After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi, and welcome to Penhook and Needles Podcast, episode 94. It is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, although you would never know it to look out our window. We have lots of snow. We got about 6-7 inches overnight.
And I think it's done snowing now.
It's done snowing, and in fact, it's already melting. It looks as if it will be hitting 40 degrees, so it's been very strange. Everything was closed today. Our whole family is home, which is nice. But yeah, into the knitting and crocheting. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Furtico on Ravelry and Plurk and Instagram, and as Marlecia or Shadowlight 1 almost everywhere else.
And my name is Franciscan Gypsy.
Hello, Franciscan.
Hi, my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on all the different social medias. I think I'm coming down with a cold or something. Got a little bit of a sore throat and general upper respiratory nastiness. So I'm going to be taking a bath after this.
I sit as far away as possible because I don't love her that much.
Hi. Love you.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to this podcast.
If I sneeze, I'll blow my nose at your shirt. Okay.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, even our Kleenex box is green, so yes. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers, even those who haven't joined the group yet, which we hope you will. We do have 3 new members who have officially joined the group. We have I Love Me Yarn, who is Jennifer. I think that's correct. I Love Me Yarn. She's really sweet. We have B-Wing, who is Brittany. Very unusual spelling of her name. I've never seen it that way. Welcome aboard. And Bettina G1, I think it is, who is Bettina, and I think she's actually from our area. I think she's from our area. So that'll be cool. Maybe I'll get a chance to meet her if she goes to Shenandoah. Maryland, or Maryland Sheep and Wool. So welcome all 3 of you. We are glad to have you.
Yeah, rubbing the fact that you get to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool and I have to work.
Come here. No, I do not wish it. I do not wish it. Flick, flick, flick. There's something wrong with you. See, this is what happens when she gets ill. But anyway.
I'm not ill, I'm sick. Ill is like death, terribly, horribly sick.
Okay, she's rambling. So we are very excited to have our new members. We're very excited to have our returning members. We are really excited about the sweater along, which is chugging along really well. We had a couple of finished objects put in.
And I'm behind again.
Yeah, I caught up. Well, I was caught up until I forget who it was. There's one.
One of the usual suspects.
No, it was actually a new member.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine. I love the fact that I have to catch up again. That's great.
No, it is good.
I'm really excited about that. She was very sweet, and I just haven't had a chance to get back to her. So there's a lot of activity on the thread. Somebody had asked me if it was still okay to put in. I think it was I Love Me Yarn. I think she was asking if it's okay to put in her finished sweater because she hadn't been putting progress pictures in.
And that's fine.
That's perfectly acceptable. You started it within the dates that we have prescribed. You finished it or are finishing it within those dates. You are eligible. And if you are still working on it,
you can do a progress picture.
Put the progress picture in too for this week, or okay. So that's perfectly acceptable. We look forward to seeing that. You are going to deal with the sweater long. Is that correct?
Yes. Sweater Long is coming toward its close in a couple weeks. It runs from January 1st to March 31st.
Very good. She can be taught.
We are co-hosting with the Knit Nerd podcast.
The wonderful Cat B913.
Cat B913.
Who is Kathy.
Yep. And basically, the idea is if you've started a sweater, the day after Christmas, but have not finished it before January 1st, it is eligible for a prize. And the sweater must not have been started before December 26th and must not have been finished before January 1st. And anything that you're working on between time of January 1st and March 31st is eligible
Right. So,
for a prize.
yeah, essentially what we had done was, and our returning viewers probably can say this better than we can even, if we allowed the December 26th through January 1st to be part of the sweater long because we had the Halalea, was it?
Yes.
The Halalea podcast.
Not Highlight Podcast.
Sweater
Halalea
long
Sweater Long, yeah.
with Melski Knits. We wanted to allow them to join in. And you may hear some loud noises outside. They are clearing our roads, even though they are pretty clear. They're just making sure they're clear so people can get to work tomorrow. So that's what the noise is in the background. The prizes, we actually hold on while we pause. I think that's
Sorry, no ninjas. Oh, and
No.
ninjas, for those of you who are not familiar, is what we call
UPS and FedEx, but mostly UPS.
because they just drop stuff off. They don't even ring the doorbell.
Yeah,
or anything.
we came home and we have found electronics there that we didn't know. You know, they left it and didn't ring the doorbell, did nothing. So yeah, they're ninjas. But anyway, I wanted to get into the prize donations for the sweater long. George, who is 10 hours or less, has, as you know, donated 3 lovely patterns, one for each of 3 winners, and his patterns are really awesome. I've got one on the needles, one in Q, and I may or may not have made some acquisitions during his sale. So you guys are really lucky. It's exciting. So we have that. We are donating a $7 or less pattern to one winner. Cappy913, who is Kathy, has, where did I?
How about you show the one that I already had bought for a while.
All right.
First.
Well, this is not from Kathy. This is from Denise, who is Knitting Den that Talia had bought, and you can see that this. I think it's her squishy bag.
It's been a while since
I think she's changed her bag since Talia bought this one.
I love the fabric.
You can see the little Kiki Boo tag on it, and I love the camera fabric. I think that James, who is Wolf Photo, I think that's what he is, from the Wolf Farms podcast, has this fabric. I think this might be Denise's medium, so it's a nice bag.
I liked the fabric. That was the whole
it's a very nice bag, and I did bring something to write on.
Just keep it on your side because I'm all gross and goopy.
Yeah, I'll put it over here. I have to write that down as soon as I figure out where I'm going to write it. I thought I brought my paper with me, but I don't see it. This is from the lovely Cappy913, who is Kathy, who are our co-host for the Sweater Along. She is in the process of opening an Etsy shop, and those of you who watch her podcast saw her prototype bag, which was very nice. I'm really excited about this one. This is a quilted fabric.
Yeah.
It is really nice. And this, I believe, is her small bag. It's her cupcake bag. And I just love it. I mean, look at this.
It is beautiful.
I mean, how cute is this? It's got pink polka dots on the inside. I don't know if the camera's catching it very well.
Doesn't Kathy have like a thing for polka dots? One of the podcasters.
I don't remember. I know she likes pink. And this is just, it's really well made. It's such a soft little bag. And it will definitely hold
like a sock.
Socks, a small toy, a shawl, small shawl, like a shawlette, or a scarf, or something like that. Mitts. I love it. I think it's, I'm jealous. You guys are lucky. This is really nice. And then, okay, so we did Denise's bag, Kathy's donation, George's donations, our pattern donation, and we also are donating a skein of yarn. And this is from Wild Hair Fibers Studios, which is a local
yarn dyer,
indie dyer, local to us. And this is the Pinnacle Fingering in the Peacock colorway. You guys are lucky to be getting this because this is my colorway. So this is, and the lighting is not doing it justice. I know it's pretty close, but it's just not doing it. This is really, it's slightly more bright than it's showing up. And there is 460 yards of fingering weight yarn in this. So yeah, I think somebody's going to be really happy with this. Those are the prizes for the sweater along.
And how to get those prizes, we did not go over the posting rules.
Oh, that's right, we didn't.
For each week, so each week you can post one progress picture for every project that you worked. So if you worked on 4 projects during the week, you can post 4 progress pictures. If you finished one of those 4 projects during the week, you can post not only the progress pictures, but also the finished picture of the project that you finished.
Exactly. Okay, so you have 2 more weeks. Some of you guys are really fast. You might be able to get a couple, 3 more entries in there. Progress plus finished objects.
Well, especially if you do like a baby sweater or something.
Right. Or if you have a couple, several that are partially there.
Yeah.
I mean, you go for it.
Next Nick's, oh my gosh, how many has she gotten done?
I don't know. She's a speed demon, boy.
Yeah, she is.
She's fast.
And this was her suggestion initially.
Yes, it was. And I was happy to see Dawn involved, who is Knit and Wolf from Wolf Farms podcast, the other half. And I was really excited to see her involved. She's done 2 sweaters, which is really exciting.
Oh, she too?
She did too. She the pink one, and then
I didn't see the pink one. I saw the purple one.
Yeah, it's the last one she posted.
Oh, okay. I'm behind.
So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited because I did one baby sweater, my first baby sweater. But you guys are awesome. Okay, so that is the sweater along. Please keep posting. We are enjoying immensely what you're posting, and you are enabling us terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you, but that's okay. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. Yes. Okay. I think that's it for the sweater along. We are going to move on. Oh, just a quick note that our next along will be the Autism Awareness Cow-Cow.
Yes.
And we will be finalizing the rules, if you will, for that during the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be ready when we start in April.
Actually, I need to start thinking about contacting the one person who asked to be contacted for the autism awareness.
Right. I forget who that is, so I'm glad you know.
I have a message, I think, from her.
Okay, good. Because I know she likes to do that. She's not on much, and she likes to be here for the autism awareness. All right. I have 5. I think you have 8. So
Yeah.
for hooks.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I had an idea too. Well, I'll talk to you about that later. I don't want to give away anything, so we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah.
So, oh.
Meow. My kitty's cuter than your kitty. Especially when it scowls like that.
So, the first project I'm going to talk about is the Ink Heart. This is the Lush pattern, and I'm looking down my show notes, by Tin Can Knits, using US 3 and US 6 needles, and Miss Babs Yowza Skein yarn in the fountain pen colorway. Making it for Mom.
Maybe.
And size 33, and I'm getting my goopy germs all over it.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
It's all in the family.
Yes. Oh, what's the song for that?
We made the hit parade. God, my dusty had it made. Those were the days.
Yeah, because for some reason I kept getting Casablanca song in my head instead.
No, that's different.
I know it is, but that's why I was getting my head instead.
Play it, Sam. Play it for her. You can play it for me.
She could. I think it's if
she
can
can take
sing
it, I can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that were never said. One of the most famous sayings that were never said.
Well, she said.
Yeah.
She
said, "Play it, Sam."
Play it, Sam. Yeah. Okay. So, come out of here.
Well, looks like a hot spaghetti mess right now.
Well, it's because all the different strands of yarn.
Yeah. Well, at least the pink, you know what that's for. So
Yeah.
here we go. There you go.
So right now it looks like a vest.
It's very pretty.
Very short vest. There's the lace work on the back.
Can I see
I don't
it?
think you need to pull that much. The lace work's really standing
There
on
it
its
is.
own.
Yeah. Oh, it is standing on its own. Wow, that's gorgeous.
So, and then it will come across like
I love that color.
this. It looks small right now mostly because I don't have a button band.
Is it bunched up on the needles too? A little bit?
Not too much. Actually, it's rather not busted up.
That's cool.
It's just it needs a button band. Button band makes a huge difference.
Is it a large band?
No, but normally it does make a fairly big difference. I mean, because you have, like right there, that makes,
Yeah.
versus that. I mean,
And if we looked a little washed out, again, we're in the front room because it's too cold in the back room, and we're getting a lot of natural light from 3/4 of the room. So, yeah, we might look a little ghostly.
so I'm at the point where I have just a little bit more straight stockinette knitting before I start thinking about any sort of shaping. So, right now it's fairly boring knitting. So I've flipped back and forth between wanting to work on it and being too bored of working on it and flipping to something else. So let me pinch these off.
Excuse me.
No.
I do not ask your permission. I demand.
So I knew once I finished with the lace portion that would become a fairly simple project until picking up stitches. So this has just been stockinette for the past long while.
I think you might want to do one more, at least. So do two at the front and two in the middle somewhere. Yuck.
So the next one I'm going to talk about is Disco Nights, which is a Tortellino pattern by Valentina Cosciani, using the US2 needles in the Wild Hair Fiber Studios Pinnacle Fingering in the Neon Lights colorway. And this is for Davina. I barely worked on this one. I worked on it a little bit in church. Actually, I was so tired that I had to make sure I didn't miss any stitches. Not that I dropped any, but you know, when I'm really tired, I'll accidentally yarn over and slip a stitch. Yeah, like I did there.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. I'll fix it when I come to it later.
You mark it off so you know where
Oh
it's at?
no, it's easy enough to tell. I was really tired at that point, so next time I come around, I'll just fix it.
At least it's stockinette right up there.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't drop the stitch. I just didn't complete the stitch.
Oh,
So it created a yarn over,
right.
and I slipped the stitch.
Right.
And I only do that when I'm really tired and I'm knitting. I'm actually really shocked I only did it the one time. And just so you guys know what I'm talking about, let's see if I can find it again. I think I did in the yellow section.
I thought you were actually pretty awake during Mass.
Oh no, it was terrible. Davina poked me a couple times. I had to tell her to stop because she doesn't just go, "Hey, wake up." She goes, she doesn't do it up, down where no one can see it. She does it right where everyone can see it. So it's like, "Hey, you're falling asleep during church." Everyone behind you can see she's falling asleep during church.
My bad sister who can't pay attention to anything.
And you're just like, go. Let everyone behind me know.
I'm sure they already know. You kind of nod off
But still,
very obviously.
still, you know, a little less obvious poking would be much appreciated.
She probably figures you're obviously falling asleep, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think she thinks it through quite that much. I think she's just like, "Hey, you're falling asleep. Let me help." And she doesn't think, "Oh, hey." She probably doesn't want the rest of the church knowing that she's falling asleep.
I don't think it's that important. How you
Yeah, I know. It's a... there it is. I knew it was in the yellow section. And now that, you know, I find it, you see, right, so you're going to focus there. Okay. Yarn over, accidental slip stitch. The black is an accidental slip, and then you see the yellow yarn over. Easy enough to fix. I'll just make it a stitch when I reach it. Actually, no, I'm not that close to it, so eventually I'll get there. And I'll fix it.
All right, do you want to do another one or?
No.
All right. Okay, my next one is, my first one is residing in my M&M's New York bag. And thank you, George, for making me feel better about showing this blanket over and over and over again. This is my lattice trellis blanket in the Danielle yarn in the Dawn
colorway.
the Dawn colorway. This is a yarn.
Tell us how you really feel about it.
Yes, in the, yes. Oh, there's my hook.
The
Okay,
project's
good.
attacking my project.
Yes, it's a bully. So I didn't make a whole lot of progress on this because I've been kind of like flitting from project to project. But I did work on it. Where's my doohickey?
Oh, what to do?
Where my doohickey is. Oh, here it is. So you can tell, gosh, on this, I didn't make very much progress at all on this. But I did get almost all the way across. I think I did about 2 rows. My husband asked me to make something else for him, which I will show you in a little bit. So I put this aside because that's taking the place of my mindless project. So the lattice trellis afghan has kind of taken a second seat. Back seat. I am using an eye hook. As I said, I'm using the Yarn Bee Danielle Yarn the Dawn colorway.
Dawn colorway?
Dawn colorway. And Impeccable, which is this Dusty Rose. And I'm hoping to be able to go back to the Dawn colorway pretty soon. But we'll see.
Not the Dawn colorway?
No, not the Dawn colorway. I didn't lose my hook, so I'm happy about that.
And it still can happen.
It can still. Yes, so my New York M&M's bag is where it is living because it's the only bag that fits it right now. There, put this in here. I think my husband wants me to keep it because every once in a while he says to me, "You're not sure where that's going?" I'm like, "Well, no, not really." He just kind of looks at me. So I think it's probably staying here, although I don't know where it's going to be. But there. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so I was not intending to work any crochet. I was just telling Mom I didn't feel like crocheting, and then I crocheted last night. So the next project you're going to be seeing is Sherbert the Lady Snake, which is the Crochet Snake pattern by Spotlight. It's a free pattern, and it is huge. It's using a G hook and Yarn Bee Danielle in the Vibes colorway, as well as all the different Hobby Lobby neon yarns.
Except for orange.
Orange and yellow.
Yeah. Why didn't you put orange and yellow in there?
Because I didn't need it.
Ah.
Okay, here's Snake. So, here's the snake head.
Oh, you did work on the snake this time. Okay, I thought you just worked on the other thing. Yeah.
And she keeps going. And she keeps...
You should call her Jelly Bean.
She keeps going. No, she's Lady Snake. Sherbert the Lady Snake.
No, she does look like Sherbert.
Yeah.
There you can see that her face. She's cute.
So, she's quite long, and she's not even halfway done.
Are you using, what hook are you using?
I think it's an H. Let's see.
Yeah.
G.
G? Oh, really? Because you could almost go down to an F with this.
Yeah. Probably make her a lot smaller.
Not much, but come on. This is a big toy.
So, she's going to be taller than me when I'm done.
I think she's almost taller than you now. Yes, you were.
So, yeah, she is a quite large toy, and I think...
I'm sorry, I just heard, after I said that, was Micheline saying, "You're square." That was a Quiet Man reference, in case you don't know the movie.
The funny thing is, my boyfriend can't stand snakes.
Yes.
But I like this snake.
It's cute.
Yes, she is. She's supposed to go on my bed when she's done, but I might finish her like in the next 20 years.
I think if you do one more, we'll be even, right?
Well, how many more do you have left?
4.
That's how many I have left too. So.
Oh, you have 4 left now?
Let's see.
I thought you said you had 8 total.
Oh, well, if you count the brand new craft.
Oh, okay. I haven't counted that one on mine either.
So.
Because that's going to put us into...
Yeah, so let's say
all right.
that first.
Okay.
Because that's a little bit different. It's like a different section. We have to start a new section.
Right. I think we should call that graphic novel.
Okay, that works.
Okay. All right. That's what I was going to tell you. My next project is living.
It's living. It is alive.
It's alive. Okay, it's living in my Knitting's My Bag, Syrup bag. I think that's what it's called. I like to call it my Monet bag because I want to. And this is my Moved by the Spirit shawl, which I put aside for a little while because I was getting too close to finishing it, and I didn't want to do that just yet. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 repeats of the body of the shawl before I start the edging. And like I said, this blocks out really large. It doesn't look like it's really large right now, but those of you who remember the red one I did, remember how big it got. This is the same yarn. Different color, obviously, but the same yarn. So this is how far I got. It is growing. This is the Pacific Tonal. Pacific Blue Tonal? No, wait, this isn't Pacific. This is Wild Blue Yonder, I think. Hold on. I'm trying to get my notes to go so I can read them here. It is the Knit Picks Stroll Tonal yarn in the Blue Yonder tonal colorway, and the pattern is Recuerdos de Infancia by Gabriella. And this is the second time I've done it. I really enjoy it. I'm using a G-hook, which is perfect for the project. I didn't have to do it. The gauge wasn't an issue for this, so I was really excited about this. I'm having fun with it, and I'm looking forward to finishing it so I can move on to other things. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so next one I'm going to talk about is Blondie, which also got some work.
Also crochet, right?
Also crochet.
Yep.
It didn't get a ton of work, got some work. They're long rows for this project. So I did a row and a little bit. So this is a Clint pattern by Nicole Lohr, using an eye hook and Knit Picks Andes del Campo in the colorways Cilantro Heather and Dove Heather. And it's supposed to be felted when it's done.
So it's going to be absolutely huge.
Yes.
When you finish it. I wonder how well my washer is going to felt your stuff because it doesn't have a center agitator.
Oh, is that what helps it felt?
Because you're putting against the. My understanding is, I mean, it's going to agitate, but it's going to be different.
Yeah. So, something with pattern, you can see.
It's looking good.
And it's huge because it's.
Well, what was it? Who was it? Allison? Was it Allison who said that it was a blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll count for 2 blankets when I'm done.
One of our new members was saying that I got I think it was a private message from her. She was saying that her friend Allison was at the Knitting Pipeline with her and told her about the podcast, and that's how she found out about it.
Oh, okay.
So thank you, Allison.
Thanks, Allison. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
It'll be eons before I felt this because it'll be eons before I finish it.
And look at all those ends.
I know. Well, I won't have to weave them in because you don't weave in when you're felting it. You felt it.
And then you cut it?
And then you cut it.
I hope it doesn't unravel.
Well, it's not going to unravel if it's felt.
I hope not.
It won't unravel if it's felt.
That sounds like wishful thinking in high gear to me. That's looking good, though.
I'm hoping, I hope I don't have the felting experience a la...
the teddy bear?
No, I'm not even talking the teddy bear. I'm talking about some of the bad felting luck that...
Fibertown?
Fibertown
Oh,
had.
Emily, yeah. Well, maybe you should email her and she can give you some tips about what not to do. I felt so bad for Emily when she was doing it. She's such a talented knitter, and for some reason she couldn't get the felting for the gloves.
And I'm so terrified that'll happen for this.
Was it mitts that she was having trouble with?
Yes, mitts.
Yeah, mitts. And she would
end up with either Dino or thumbs or...
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Because she's such a fantastically talented crafter. I just don't know what...
I don't know, and that's what I'm afraid will happen to my poncho. But...
Okay, you done with that? Mm-hmm. My third project is the one that my husband asked me to do. He never asks me to make anything, so when he asked me to do this, I said, okay, I dropped most of my stuff and I went ahead. And it is my On the Road Again pillow project. It goes in this truck. And it is just a pattern out of my head. I'm using an H hook, and this is the blue camel stripe colorway, blue camo, not camel, blue camo stripe colorway. I think this is, I love this yarn, but I'm not sure. It might be Red Heart. Anyway, this is how it's coming along. I love the fact, I don't like camo normally, but this is camo stripe, and it looks really nice. I was thinking make a really nice sweater for a guy. But what I'm doing is I'm essentially doing a rectangle. I will fold it, like, fold it in half, and seam up the edges and stuff it, and then seam up the top. The fabric's actually pretty dense because I'm doing it in the back loops. I love Stacey Trout for teaching me how to do back loops. So it's coming along pretty quickly. The thing is, it's quick, but it's also slow because it's all single crochet, because I don't want the stuffing to fall out of the inside. And I started this about 4 days ago.
Something like that. It was one of the days I came home from work. I was like, hey.
Yeah, I haven't been working on it very long, so I'm hoping, and I think I'm about maybe halfway through it. The rectangle. I want the square to be a little bigger than this when I stuff it. So I'm about halfway finished. It's pretty mindless. That's why my blanket has taken a second seat. When I want to do something mindless, I pick this up.
My next project is the Robin of Locksley, which is the Box Elder cardigan pattern by Maria Lay. Using US 9 and US 7 needles, Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the Villainous colorway, and I'm making a size 36.
It's coming along really nice.
So I finally
Oh, wow, cool.
got to the point where I was able to put stitches on hold for the sleeves. It's got quite the
shoulder cap.
it's quite the shoulder cap there.
It's a drop sleeve? The drop shoulder, I mean?
I thought a drop shoulder doesn't have a shoulder. I don't know. I don't know the terminology very well.
No, I don't either, so I was asking.
But the drop shoulder, I think, is where
It's down low, yeah.
down lower.
I couldn't see how high up it was.
And you'll only be able to tell when I'm wearing it.
Right.
But,
I like that.
and it's already looking like there's a person in it, kind of.
It still reminds me of a knight's.
Yeah, which is
chainmail.
why it became Robin of Locksley.
Yeah.
Actually, if I hold it up by the shoulders, you can even see kind of what it'll look like with the hood hanging.
That's so pretty.
But there's a faux seam in a reverse stockinette, one stitch.
Oh, okay. Why?
That's part of the pattern.
Oh,
There's
that's
a faux
interesting.
seam. I'm not sure why they would want a faux seam, but they have a faux seam there.
Maybe for decoration?
Yeah, it's just decorative.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to have like little X's or, you know how obviously I don't know what the faux seam looks like, but you know how it's
That's what the faux seam is. It's just a garter.
Where's
I mean, not garter, it's just a reverse stockinette. You go knit, then
Right.
purls, and then...
Well, I wonder if that's to have like a nod in the direction. If you look at some of the old things, like if you look in the old medieval movies and stuff, you'll see like they'll have a seam. And usually it's like a leather thing that's X, and maybe that's a nod toward that, even if it's not an X.
So, there's a faux seam.
Interesting.
And, of course, all throughout, and you have this lacy portion.
That's so pretty. And just a heads up, this might be a little longer podcast than normal. We have a lot to show you, so
Yes.
we apologize in advance.
So, yeah, this got a little bit of love. I was partially holding off because I had to put the stitches on hold, but now that I had those on hold, it should be going back to fairly mindless. You know, I'm not shaping for sleeves anymore.
I just love the way that yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Is this Dragonfly Fibers?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a villainous colorway.
Yeah. Dragonfly Fibers does an excellent job with their dyeing. Absolutely fantastic.
And there are sections where you can see a little bit of the rusty color if you look closely.
Rusty? Oh, yeah. Very little, yeah.
Very little. It's like a reddish, rustyish color. There, it's a little more obvious.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
It's not going to show up very well on the camera, though.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's
enough.
It's subtle.
Yeah, but it's
But-
enough that it gives a little depth
Texture.
or whatever. Yeah, little piece of the
gosh,
bark.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, are you ready for me to move on, or
Yeah, go ahead.
you have a bloody nose?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that's right. I did have 5. Okay. My next project is my bear, my rusty
Where did that hook come from?
hook.
Yeah.
My hook.
Oh, it's an eye that came from.
That's you. Yep.
That came from the blondie.
In my Ploverbird chai tea bag, large. Ploverbird is opening up again the 23rd of March. I got a message from her. I don't remember if she said if she was going to have a preview or not. I think she's only going to have small and medium bags this time. But just so you know, she will be opening up the shop fairly quickly. So you might want to keep an eye on that. And it's the ploverbird.bigcartel.com, I think. Okay, this is my bear. I did not do a lot of work on my bear. I actually only picked it up yesterday. When I showed you last time, I had the head and one of the feet done, or one of the legs done, and part of the other. So here's the head. Here are 2 feet, 2 legs. I think these are 2 legs. Okay. Here's and here's one of the arms, and here's the second arm on the way being made. So I got a little bit of work done on this. It wasn't because I didn't want to work on it, but it was because I had other things that were claiming my attention, which you will see later. My husband's project being one of them. The other thing you will see shortly. I am using a G-hook.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna have to. She's gonna take a bath and then she's gonna relax. Right?
Yeah, it's just gonna tickle my throat.
I'm using a G-hook, and this is, I love this yarn in the paprika, I think. Let me see. I'm looking at my notes. Yes, this is paprika. I have paprika-y colorway. And I also have a cream that I'm going to be using with this. It actually matches my bag pretty well. I'm not going to take it out because it's too difficult to put back in. And the pattern is by Stacy Trock. It is the Amigurumi Jerry, the felted bear pattern, which I'm not felting. I'm not using multiple strands. I'm using an acrylic yarn. Essentially, I'm just making a regular toy. And this was a gift to me from Scarves Etc. from Nicole. And I thank you very much for this, Nicole, and it will get done hopefully in the near future. Thank you very much.
It's my turn again.
Yes.
Okay. The next project that I need to talk about is Turquoise Love, which is the Lots of Love pattern by George, 10 Hours or Less, one of our members.
Yep, very talented.
Sorry about that. I'm using US 17 needles and Lion Brand's Pound of Love in the turquoise colorway.
It's very pretty. I like the way it's turning out.
I apologize for looking down. I was looking at my show notes.
Yes. Excuse me.
So,
oh yeah, that's looking nice.
the heart in the middle is starting to form.
Look at how pretty that's looking. Can you put it up a little closer? Maybe a little.
So,
Can you see it?
you can see the hearts.
Yeah, looks very nice.
So you've got hearts, you got 3 hearts on each side, and then you got the heart in the middle forming. You can see the points developing. So it's gotten some work. It's on its way. It's more than, I think, a quarter of the way through.
That's really good. You're moving out very fast, and I usually don't work up a blanket that quickly.
I have a feeling if I focused on it, it would have been done a lot earlier, but I haven't been focusing on it. I'm getting some love here and there as I go. But it's a good chart. It's a fun pattern.
Mm-hmm. George is good about giving you directions that are clear, and if you have questions, he's very accessible.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, check out his patterns. he's good.
Did they miss the sale?
I think the sale was over Saturday.
Okay.
I think it was over Saturday. We announced it on the podcast. I don't think it was. I don't think it went past the weekend.
Okay.
I don't think.
I can't remember. I actually had it in my mailbox too.
I'd have to check it. I think because we liked him on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My last project is a project that did not exist last week. And I blame Talia.
Oops.
Yeah. She's not at all repentant.
Oops.
This is the Dragonfly cardigan from the Sunday cardigan pattern by Sharon Mullet Bell. I'm sorry, I don't want to mess up her name. Mullet Bowlesby. I can see it. I just can't pronounce it.
Let me see.
Bowlesby. Sharon Millet Bowlesby. Okay, and I'm using an H-hook and Red Heart Unforgettable yarn in the Dragonfly colorway. And with this pattern, I learned a new technique. I finally learned how, I'm so excited, I finally learned how to do a foundation single crochet.
Now, what magazine did this come from?
Oh, I'll show it when we do
Okay.
It came. I think it came from Crochet World.
The reason why I'm even mentioning it is because they might find it easier to learn the foundation crochet off of that as well.
Yes, this magazine, I had a hard time learning how to do it, and I don't know if it just clicked or if it's because this magazine did something differently. But when I picked up this magazine to do my crocheting, and I looked in the back to see how to do it, I was able to do it. And this is my swatch. I was excited because I thought, oh, we're using an H hook, and I picked up, because I got new hooks because my hands were starting to bother me, so I picked up a Crochet Dude hook I showed you on the podcast last week. And so I said, oh, I'll use one of those, and I was really excited because it does help my hands. But I was excited because I thought, oh, I got gauge with it. Maybe it's the way I was gripping the hook. And then I looked at it yesterday, it's an F hook, so that makes sense why I got gauge with it, because I went down 2 hooks. But this is the gauge swatch.
At least you figured it out the first time.
Yep. This is the gauge swatch. This colorway, and it doesn't show the how the variation is going to be accurately because it's such a small swatch. Let me get it out of here if I can find it here. This is what, and this is also goes into stash and hands because I got 6 of these for the sweater. And you can see that this is my colors, Dragonfly, Peacock, whatever. My husband looked at that and said, more? I said, yes. Let's see here. Whoops. What's it caught on?
Your hook.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. This is, it's a bottom-up cardigan in one piece, which is the way I like them. And this is, it's going to, I'll show you a picture of this when I show you the magazine, but, that's, goes around like that. And it looks like it might be a little big until I put it around, where it's supposed to fall, and it should be fine. I'm thinking about putting buttons on it. It doesn't have buttons. It has a kind of a lace detail at the waist where you're supposed to put like a ribbon or something. I don't like that. I'll leave the detailing, but I'm going to put buttons or a button, or I'll use a shawl pin or something. I don't like that particular part of the sweater. But the sweater itself is cute. It was done up in a candy, it's called the Candied colorway, I think it is. It's like all pinks and pale yellows. It's not me. But it suggested using the Dragonfly colorway, and I just said, oh, wow, okay, that's good. And we saw it when we went to Walmart, and Little Miss Enabler over here said, oh, come on, Mom. So, and of course, I don't have a mind of my own, so I bought it. So, I'm enjoying it. It's a similar stitch to what I did for the baby cardigan, but it feels a lot lighter, and I'm thinking that this might be closer to a DK than a worsted weight, even though it's listed as a 4.
So you're really enjoying this. Who do you have to thank? Huh?
Me.
Who enabled you?
But this, I'm enjoying this a lot. And see, it's even got green in it. And this is my hook. I really like this crochet dude hook. I was worried that I wouldn't because I didn't know how I would feel about this kind of strange handle, and it's got a much smaller shaft to it to work with. I like it so much that Talia, and this will probably be in the Stash Enhancements next week, I can't talk today, she bought me a set. I have a nice daughter. Yes, I do. She bought me a set of these, so my hands don't have to hurt when I crochet. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, that's basically what I've been working on. I did not do work on my other sweaters, and George's mitts are on the back burner for the moment. Until
For the current time.
For the current time, I will finish them. But right now, I want
For
to.
the current time, you will finish them?
Yes. Right now, I want to.
Punctuation is very
I
important.
do not wish to punctuate.
Well, you're saying that you'll finish them for the current time.
Anyway, I wish to work on this right now. I want to work on this right now. Maybe I can finish it for the sweater along. If I, maybe not. I don't know. I have something to shoot for. I do want to have this finished at least. I'd like to have it finished for Maryland Sheep and Wool in May. So I've kind of, between this and my shawl, I have time constraints on those, and then the stuff for autism awareness. So some of the stuff that's not as time sensitive is going to go on the back burner for a little bit. It will be finished. I love the mitts, and I plan on doing the mitts in the longer version without the detailing, and I plan on finishing the ones I have with the detailing, which are shorter, just later. So I'm excited about that. What did I say? I'll never do sweaters?
Yep, exactly.
Yes, never. Never say never. Okay. Do you have any more?
Yes,
whips?
I have one more.
Okay. Are you going into the new one, though, or?
No, this is
Okay.
not the other one.
Okay.
This is not the new category.
Okay.
This is one that wasn't started last week either. This is Phoenix Fire, which is,
Phoenix Fire?
Phoenix Fire.
You named it after Phoenix Fire?
Why is that familiar?
Because there's a person with a name of that. Her name is Phoenix Fire.
Oh, oops. I just sound like a cool
I
name.
forget what her name is, but you now have a pattern named after you.
A project.
We're going to have, project. We're going to have to earburn her. She is a member of the group.
Oh, hey. It
Or
sounded nice.
I think she was. She hasn't been very active lately, but she is a member.
This, for background, I wear my Zuzu's petals all the time, and I've been yearning for some new Zuzu's petals. So skipping, it kind of goes into Stash Enhancement as well. I went and I bought some. I did a wide search for some gradient yarn, and I had to go for an ombre.
And this is almost a transitional as opposed to a gradient.
And they call it an ombre. It's the Chapeau Wool Reggae Ombre in Indian Summer Colorway. It's a German yarn. The pattern is Zuzu's Petals by Karina Spencer, and using US 8 needles.
Those use an 8?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, okay. How pretty that is.
I could have gone up to a 9, but I went with the smaller size because this is a little bit of a thicker yarn.
Right. And this yarn, I don't usually like orange,
look
but
how
I like
nicely
this.
that shows up.
I don't usually like orange, but that's pretty. I keep seeing Kimberly going, ooh, that's pretty. Sock Bunny.
Yeah.
That is
Look at
gorgeous.
that.
Oh, that is so pretty. To me, that's very fall.
It almost looks like a candy cane right there.
Yeah,
I'm not candy
no,
cane,
candy
like
corn.
candy corn right there. But
I think it would be reversed to be candy corn.
Yeah.
This lighter color would be. Although they have candy corn now in all different kind of colors.
so it's working up very nicely.
I like that a lot. That's pretty.
Could wear it with all my different oranges and yellows and reds.
You might have to be careful with some of the reds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, although I have
Because
the
there's not
reds.
as much red as you thought there was in there.
Yeah, although the reds I have my other Zuzus.
Right. The one with the blue. The one we
Yeah.
have in Kimberly's.
Yeah,
color.
this is more of this is something I can wear with my orange and my yellow.
Mhm.
That because I didn't really have anything that went with those.
And by Kimberly, I meant Kimberly R.,
Yeah.
who has an Etsy shop. She's the one that we did our Pinhook and Needles colorway with.
And that's what I originally, my first Zuzu's petals I wear all the time is in the Pinhook Needles colorway. I'm out of the stockinette portion. I'm into the lace portion. Eeps day. So you can see
That
that
is
starting to
so
form.
pretty.
So it really showed up nicely on the camera.
Now, which end is closer to your head, to your face?
This end.
The one that you've already done?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's widening out as it goes along.
Mhm.
Because see, there's the head hole.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
Very nice.
it's been quite the joy to work. I only started it on Wednesday or Thursday. I think I started Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, so you started just before I started
Yes.
this.
We started the same day, actually,
Yeah.
I think.
And before I started this, not the sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we started on the same day.
Yeah, they're on our project pages, so. Okay, I think that's it for hooks.
Yes.
I haven't done anything, like I said, on the mitts or my other two sweaters, and you are done. So, any FOs?
No FOs.
No FOs?
Although before FOs should go to the new category.
I was going to do that, yeah, it's going to go lead into stash enhancements. So that's the next one.
Yes.
We're
We're going to have a new category.
Yeah, we're going to have a new category that will be not all the time. It will be as we need it. It's called graphic novel. We have picked up cross-stitching. I used to cross-stitch when I first got married. I did it for several years and let it go. And since my husband got me a pattern for my birthday, and so and then Ty and I went to Walmart. And
I've been trying to enable her to get started again for a while.
So we picked up some stuff. Why don't you go ahead and start with
Well, to finish the story, initially we were going to only pick up small ones.
Right.
Because I wanted a starter kit. I was hoping if I got started, she would get started, because her cross-stitch gift was languishing. And then I found something I really liked, so I didn't go for the easy kit, I went for the harder kit.
Well, the only reason it's harder, and this is
It's a footprint in
footprint.
sand.
The reason she is harder is because it's been so long since I've done it that I forgot to look for it, and she didn't know to look for it. They have something called Count.
Oh, Mom, this is DMC floss.
Okay. They have something called Count for the cloth, the little squares. They have 14 count, 18 count, I think it's 24, 28. They might have others, but those are the ones I'm familiar with. Talia's is a 28, and it is so tiny that you cannot see what you're doing. Mine that I picked up, and this was at Walmart, there wasn't much of a selection, and it's in my tea bag, so to speak, tea and chocolate bag. I think this is Bright Crafter.
It is.
Mine, this is my pattern. It's Love You Always, and this comes up as a religious, it's 14 count.
Yeah,
14 count wide
this one doesn't say DMC floss.
Yeah, I don't think it. It's funny because it's the same company. This is the picture. Okay, and I had to separate the floss.
Yeah, you said I didn't even know to do that.
The problem is the colors are so close that it's hard to tell. I feel like I'm missing one. I know I've got a different blue, and I had to go in. Talia went and got my box full of DMC floss from when I was doing it all the time, because there's a blue missing, and I can't see any difference in color of the blues, so we're going to insert this one with the blues and hope for that will work. Now, I found my saying, one of my sayings is, with God all things are possible, so I went looking for that and found a vintage crochet pattern, a vintage cross-stitch pattern for that on Etsy. So I picked that up, and you'll hopefully be seeing that next week. That is probably the one I'm going to start with. But we just wanted to shake things up a little bit. This may not be something that we do all the time. It'll be as we have time. We're excited about it. You want to show?
And I got a little bit of progress done. First of all,
you have the antique coloring.
Yeah.
The antique white.
I made the mistake of, it's supposed to be rectangular up and down. I did it wrong.
She did it sideways.
I did sideways. So this is my practice one until one with a bigger count arrives. And I got 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient, love is kind.
That's my second favorite one. So we have
Unfortunately, you can barely read the words for that. And that's just because the count's so small.
And we got the hoop.
And it just says Lord replied my.
Yeah, 'cause she was
with
doing up and
quotes.
down there, whatever you were doing. But we got the hoops. We got something that I don't think existed when I started, or maybe it did, but I didn't know about it. I'm sorry about my head being down here, but it's kind of like a ball winder for the thread. So that's kind of cool. 99 cents. I thought, okay, we'll try it.
And my back, Mom says, isn't too bad for a beginner. Not too messy. A little bit messy. I try to catch my tail. So this is, I'm looking forward to my, it's supposed to arrive on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to something I can actually see. I finished my word.
Now, in order to show you what I'm usually doing, I did find one of my old projects. I have 3 projects that I started. I'm going to show you the one that I was closest to being finished, that I put aside. To tell you how old this is, the book that I'm using, the pattern book I'm using, is 1990. Okay, so this is over 20 years old. And it's just sitting here.
Yeah, you haven't picked up a cross stitch for about that long.
This is, I was so excited. I actually went online to see if this cross stitch pattern provider still existed, and it does. It's part of
Going strong.
yes, it's part of. I think it's part of Jeremiah Junction. It's called Cross Country Stitching, and I love them. They mix country and faith and all kinds of stuff. This is the pattern book, that magazine that I'm using. I have back issues. I must have 50 of them. I mean, I have a ton of them. The pattern I am working, or was working, is this single pattern. The one with the little door there, the blue one. Okay? You can see my chart. I used to take this with me when I was in physical therapy, OTPT speech for Davina. Talia will be playing, and Davina will be doing her therapy, and I'd be sitting here cross-stitching. This is how far I got on this particular one.
Excuse me.
I preferred the antique. I probably should finish it. I had the needle in the back. So
Your back is really neat.
thank you. So that is my newly found hobby. Yes. Oh, here's. Oh, look at this. All my colors that I was using.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
But you had to hunt for colors.
Yeah, they're all there.
Started.
To make sure they stay together so I don't lose them. Okay. So that is that. I have a ton of hooks and everything in here. My old blue bag. Okay. That is that enhancement. Talia showed you her yarn. I showed you mine. I got 6 of these. This is the one I'm using for my sweater. It's Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable in the Dragonfly colorway.
I'll show you the other one I'm using. It's one to come apart.
I thought you were going to show the other color.
Well, there's the one that they saw.
Mm.
Then the other color.
The other color is pretty.
I wanted to do another Zuzu in a green because I do have a lot of green sweaters, and as much as I wear the Zuzus, I want something to match my green.
That's so pretty. You can see the look at the variation in color here.
So it's very nice. It's actually not showing toward even half of its beauty.
It's really pretty.
And this is the what is the colorway?
It does seem to felt fairly easy, so you have to be careful, but it's not overly felty.
The virgin wool. I'm looking for the color.
Oh. It looks like forest or something.
Well, they have it in English somewhere.
I thought it said beanstalk.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
I just have to see where it was in my orange one.
Oh, it's actually on this.
Yeah, that's how I found out. Okay, Fabre Indian Summer. So Fabre Grasham.
Probably grass. Let's see.
Grasham.
I wonder if grasshome means grass.
Because they had Indian Summer in English, so I thought maybe.
Oh, I don't know what grasshome means. Huh.
So
Whatever it is, it's pretty.
Yeah, it has a name that doesn't make sense to me, but
How are we doing on time? Do I have time to? Oof. Well, we knew this was going to be a little long. Do you have more?
no, that's it. For me.
Okay, I picked up 3 magazines.
Oh, I need to remember to do what the song is before it's finished.
Yes. Crochet Today, Crochet World, and Interweave Crochet. I don't usually pick up magazines unless I see something in them. This magazine is the one that has my sweater in it. It is this sweater. My husband said, "Why did you do that color?" I said, "I'm not wearing that color. I don't want to." It's perfect for some people, but not for me. It doesn't look that good with my coloring. Davina could wear it.
It's simply not a color you like.
No, it really isn't. I mean, it's pretty. I just
You wouldn't wear it.
no.
He does not understand.
Well, he likes me in yellow and stuff. So
There's yellow and then there's yellow.
and there's yellow. Yes.
Big season.
A fedora hat. My daughter would love this. Davina.
The other daughter.
Yes, the other daughter. I don't want to show you any patterns. This is something that caught my eye. The bag. I'm going to go quickly through this because I don't want to have us run too over. I was thinking about making one of these peeps for Davina for Easter. The yellow one. Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Um,
I'm trying to fix the stitch.
in the crochet world, what I really wanted from this magazine is another cardigan type thing. Oh, I do like this. You know my thing about owls. It's another owl cozy. But you know what? With that button, it could also be used as a bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Where is it?
Where is it, precious?
Where is it, precious? I didn't care too much for this. To me, it's for a kid, a little kid. And I would make it for a little kid, but I wouldn't make it for an adult. That's just me. I was excited about this pattern. I'm not a big person for panels and things, and motifs. This looks like it's in panels. I don't know if it's going to focus. It's got butterflies and some other lacy kind of patterns, but it's done in one piece. And that makes me really happy. So that'll be fun to make. Let's see. I can't find the sweater.
And just in case you guys are curious, while she was talking, I fixed that slip stitch, accidental yarn over this poncho.
This is the other sweater. I was debating about it. And Ty said, "Mom, you wear a green sweater, that's this one." Like that all the time. And I like it. So that's probably something I might make in the future. It doesn't have any buttons. It's just kind of
Loose, like this one.
loose. So I won't make it in pink. I don't care for pink. Sorry, Denise. I don't care for pink. And then Interweave Crochet actually has too many things in it this time that I like to show you all of them. They have a retro section.
Ooh, the
30
snowball's almost done.
Oh, cool. That, I mean, from the 30s. Like, I like this sweater. As they say, it's not our grandmother's crochet anymore. Let me see if I can find the sweater I really like. That I have everything marked. It's just finding the right mark.
Except my grandmother doesn't crochet.
No, she doesn't. She wants to. Well, one of them does.
Okay, one of them does.
Yeah.
You're right.
Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to get it so you can't see the pattern itself. But that sweater, I really like that sweater. I like the shoes too, but I don't think I can crochet those.
See, I don't like those shoes.
Oh, I love them. I think they're fantastic. They would be so great with this dress.
No.
I love this outfit.
The shoes are ugly.
I don't think I could wear this outfit anymore, but I love it. I really do.
Why couldn't you wear it?
Because it's for a younger person.
Why couldn't you wear it?
I love it though. It's just perfect. I love the hat. I love the dress. I would have to lengthen the dress a little bit, but a lot of these patterns make me happy. I love this shawl. I think this shawl could be used even as a mantilla if you wanted to. And for those of you who are familiar with mantillas,
It's a chapel veil.
it's a chapel veil, yes. It's just gorgeous. I was really, really pleased with the interweave crochet this time around. I kind of pick and choose things. I don't often find things I like in any large amount in the magazines, and this time I kind of hit the jackpot with all of them. So hopefully I'll get some of these made. That should keep, I am going to have to pick up one of the magazines because I guess it's the Crochet World, because I want that little guy. Yes, I want the owl because I don't have enough owls.
Dress is enough.
Look at this.
He's cute.
She's cute. She's cute. And the blanket's pretty nice too, and it's all one piece. So that is my stash enhancements for you all. I did pick up as I said, during George's sale, I picked up 3 patterns of his. The Sea Spray baby blanket, which I have been looking at for ages. The Angels of Flutter shawl that I've been wanting since he posted it. It is so pretty. And then I picked up the Hurry Up Hats for All collection, which has all kinds of really pretty hats. I'm quite happy about that.
And I picked up one of his knitted blankets, the one that wasn't in panels. It's yellow in the pattern page. And I picked up, what was the other one I picked? I picked up one of his bags.
Right.
A knitted bag.
George, I had to stop because, I'm not made out of money. So I had to stop. He has so many good patterns, and he had this wonderful sale.
I already had a couple of his patterns because I picked up 2 of his pattern books prior.
Right, and I picked up his, I forget what the cowl is called. I love it. But now that I need to ask you, George, and I may hear from him after this podcast, can I do a foundation single crochet to start that? It's blue. I forget what the cowl is called. It's blue. And you know what it is because you talked to me about it before. Can I start it with a foundation single crochet or whatever, double crochet or whatever it is you start with? Can I start with a foundation? Because I think it'll be easier for me to go around the bottom if I have that. Just, I'll probably PM you if I don't hear from you after this, but to see if that's okay, because if it is, then I can get started on it,
Right.
Because that's what's been holding me back, is the idea of having to go all those stitches on both sides. But if I can do that with something that's already got the single crocheted or whatever it is, I can feel a little more comfortable with it. His pattern's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so, let me see here. We did the magazines. Did you do any writing?
Thought about it.
Not happy about that answer. I did an edit to a free write so I could post it at WVU. And then I did a critique for a friend. And at the very last possible minute, before the podcast and stuff, I was able to do 5-page free write, handwritten. That actually built on one of my other free writes that I did recently, which I'm really excited about. It's been a long time since I felt like I had any continuity with my writing. So I'm happy about that.
And it's new characters, which is good as well.
Yes, new characters. The characters are a departure for me. They're not all perfect, and I don't mean that my characters are like one-dimensional, all perfect, but they're not all beautiful. Some of them are not. And so it's interesting. I'm looking forward to playing with them. They told me quite forcefully that this is how they looked. And if you're not a writer, you probably think I'm off my rocker. That's okay.
They talk to you?
They talk to me, yes. And when I don't listen, I get pain. So, moving on.
I generally don't hurt when my characters talk to me, but
Not even a certain very pale, very blonde.
no, I just dump him in a well or something somewhere, and he stays there.
He does?
Well, he's supposed to.
He's supposed to, yes. And then you've got the other one that's very problematic. But anyway.
Which other one? There's several other
the,
ones.
The other one that is involved with my other
All
one.
of my blondes are difficult.
Yes, they are.
All of them. If I have a blonde character, they're difficult.
Yes, even the one who hasn't shown up yet.
He's the most difficult one of all sometimes.
Yes, I know. She's quite irritated with him. Sorry, we're talking in riddles. I want to... Do we have any tips?
No.
Okay. Thank yous. We want to thank 10 Hours or Less, who is George, for the 3 patterns he is giving us for the sweater long, 1 for each of 3 winners. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We thank Cappy913, Kathy, for the lovely project bag that you just saw.
It is quite nice.
She made it. It's beautiful. And keep an eye out for her Etsy shop to be opening when she's ready, because I think you will enjoy her bags. And I think that money she gets from that, I think is going straight to the podcast.
I think it is too.
And then
To her podcast.
her podcast, right? So she can keep it running on iTunes.
Yeah.
Did I miss anybody? We have
No, I
our
think you
pattern,
got
our
everything.
yarn, 10 Hours or Less, Kathy, and then we have Denise's bag that you brought.
Oh, I need to go over the song.
Oh, right.
The song that you heard at the beginning was After the Ball is Over by Red Ross, which is obtained from moviealley.com for media. There.
Okay, and the thing I forgot to tell you as we close, Craftsy is having a sale up to 50% off, I think, of all their classes. I picked one up. You might want to check it out. I think it's
Check
today.
it out, huh?
I think it's today. It might be for the St. Patrick's Day. I was wondering why it was. It might be for St. Patrick's Day. And then I went to my mailbox and I found this from Craftsy. Okay. I got 3 stickers, little Craftsy stickers. I gave one to Talia. And a little thank you note, which says, Marlisha, we're your biggest fans. Thank you for being one of our best members. Keep calm and Craftsy on. And this is from the Craftsy team.
They're very good with customer
They
service.
have very good customer service. They care about their customers. They have wonderful sales. They have wonderful classes and
Both of us have been recipients of randomized boxes.
right, random gift boxes.
Yes.
They are terrific. If you don't know about Craftsy, check them out. They have knitting, crocheting, painting, photography, baking, sewing.
I wouldn't mind if they got a cross stitch section because I
Yeah.
know so little about it.
They're constantly expanding. I think they have drawing.
They do have drawing.
They're fantastic. If you have the chance, if you are at loose ends for a pattern or for yarn, you need a class. YouTube has started you, but you need more information. Try Craftsy.
And they also have like project kits.
Yes, they do. Taya gifted me that hat kit for my birthday. Taya, you got a kit from them too,
I
right?
got a couple
Sweater kit.
kits.
Yeah. We like them. We are very big fans of Craftsy, so you might want to check them out. Is there anything else you need to say?
No, I'm looking forward to my bath actually.
Okay, we're going to call this an afternoon, so we are glad that you spent some time with us. We hope you have a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, cross-stitching, whatever else makes your heart happy, as Nicole says, from, what is she? Positively Knitting?
Yeah.
And we hope to see you next week. This is Pinhook and Needles, episode 93.
And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.